Dear students, today we are discussing about the third unit. The topic in this topic, the production cost, market structures and pricing. As per the syllabus JNTH, cost analysis, types of costs, short run and long run cost functions we are discussing. So, as per the JNT syllabus, we are discussing about the short run and long run cost functions. Then what is the previous session outcome? Why? Because we are completed the 3 sessions up to now. Then what is the previous session outcome? Understand the definition of production function, uses of production function, understand the concept of production function with the productivity factors, law of variable proportions with suitable examples discussed. Law of variable proportions with suitable examples we are discussed. One variable input. So in the previous session what we discussed about the definition of production, what are the uses of production function, what concepts of production function with productivity factors, law of variable proportions with suitable examples discussed through one variable input, that is law of variable proportions. Now in this session, what is the learning objective of this particular session? The learning objective of this particular session is, first one, explain the basic concepts of the costs. So we are explaining what are the basic concepts of costs. Then difference between direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost and indirect cost. Then define cost behaviors including fixed, variable and semi-variable and different costs we are discussing. The cost behaviors including fixed, variable, semi-variable and different costs, and delineate the nature of the firm's cost, explicit as well as implicit costs. Explicit cost as well as the implicit cost. Different costs for different purposes. Different costs for different purposes. So these are the learning objectives of this particular session. Then definition of cost. First we should know the meaning of cost. What is the meaning of cost? What is the meaning of the cost? It refers to the money incurred to produce a particular product or service. Particular product or service. That means the cost refers to the money incurred to produce a particular product or service. All costs involve a sacrifice of some kind or other to acquire some benefit. Cost incurred to perform all the activities of a business process where starting from purchase factors of production to selling of product in a market. Purchase of factors of production means, what is the meaning of purchase of factors of production? Purchase of factors of production means land, labor, capital and organization. Land, labor, capital and organization. These are the purchasing of factors of production and to sell the product in a market. So the cost is also known as, or the cost is also called as cost of production. Cost is also called as cost of production. Then cost of production, total cost of business. What is the meaning of cost of production? Total cost of business activities. So first what we discussed about the what is mean by cost. Cost refers to the money incurred to produce a particular product or service. All costs involve sacrifice of some kind or other to acquire some benefit. So the cost incurred to perform all the activities of the business process. Cost is also called as cost of production. Cost of production means total cost of business activities. So this is the definition of cost. Then direct cost and indirect cost. The classification of cost we divided into two types. What are that? One is the direct cost and another one is the indirect cost. Classification of cost we classified into the two types, direct cost and indirect cost. Then what is the meaning of direct cost? What is the meaning of indirect cost? The meaning of direct cost, it expenses that directly related with the production. Direct cost, it expenses that directly related with production. It is also called as variable cost. Direct cost is also called as variable cost, and that directly related with the production. Then direct material, direct labor, direct wages, direct material, direct labor, direct wages, direct material, direct labor, direct wages. Indirect costs, general expenses, business expenses, running costs, general expenses, business expenses, running costs, general expenses, business expenses, and running cost. Indirect cost, we can also call it as fixed cost, whereas direct cost we called it as variable cost. Indirect cost we called it as fixed cost. Indirect cost is called fixed cost, direct cost is called variable cost. Then what are the examples of the indirect cost? The examples of the indirect cost is rent, office expenses, indirect wages. Rent, office expenses, indirect wages. These are the examples of indirect costs. So now we understood clearly classification of cost. Classification of cost, how many types we divided? Two types. What are that? One is the direct cost and another one is the indirect cost. What is the meaning of direct cost? The meaning of direct cost means it expenses directly related with the production. Indirect cost means general expenses, business expenses, running costs. Indirect cost is also called as fixed costs. Rent, office expenses, indirect wages. These are the difference between direct cost and indirect cost. So my dear students, clearly you understood the differentiation between the direct cost and indirect cost. This question asked several times for short answer question. Next, fixed cost. What is the meaning of fixed cost? Now we classified the direct cost, indirect cost. So fixed cost comes under which category? Indirect cost. Fixed cost comes under the indirect cost. So we should know what is the meaning of fixed cost, what are the examples of the fixed cost, what is the curve shape of the fixed cost. We should know. This question also asked several times, examination for short answer question. Maximum, almost all the questions are asked in the short answer questions in the earlier or in the previous question papers. So my dear students, first you try to understand the concept of fixed cost. What is the meaning of fixed cost? Fixed cost is an indirect cost. The cost which does not vary but remains constant with a given period of time. With a given period of time and range of activity in spite of the fluctuations. In spite of the fluctuations in production is known as fixed cost. Once again I am repeating, my dear students, the definition of fixed cost is which does not vary but remains constant within a given period of time and range of activity in spite of the fluctuations in production. That means whether the production increases, decreases or constant, it is known as fixed cost. What are the examples of the fixed cost? The examples of the fixed cost is rent, insurance of factory buildings, etc. remain the same for different levels of production. Rent, insurance of factory buildings remain the same for different levels of production. Then what is the curve shape of the fixed cost? The curve shape of the fixed cost is horizontal to the OX axis. The curve shape of the fixed cost is horizontal to the OX axis. Why it is horizontal? Because once the cost is fixed, it does not vary in our activity range of spite of fluctuations in production. So that is called fixed cost. Fixed cost is always horizontal to the OX axis. What are the examples? Rent, insurance of factory buildings remain the same for different levels of production. Then fixed cost examples. What are the examples of the fixed cost? You should remember. Just now we discussed what are that: rent, insurance of factory buildings, but clearly mentioned there are so many examples are there for fixed cost. Example is depreciation, amortization, insurance, rent paid, interest expenses, property tax, salaries, utility expenses, advertising and promotional expense, equipment rental, legal expenses. So, my dear students, what are the examples of fixed cost? The examples of the fixed cost is rent, insurance, depreciation, amortization, insurance, interest expenses, property tax, utility expenses, advertising and promotional expenses, equipment rental and legal expenses. These are the examples of fixed cost. These are the examples of fixed cost. Now what we learned from? We learned the definition, we learned the examples, we learned what is the type of the curve. The type of the curve or the shape of the curve is horizontal to the OX axis. So what we learned from the fixed cost? We learned the definition. Irrespective of the production, whether the production increases, decreases or constant, if any fluctuations arises, the cost of the production is constant. So that we called it as the fixed cost. So what are the examples of the fixed cost? The examples of the fixed cost is rent, insurance, property tax, amortization, depreciation, property taxes, salaries, utility expenses, equipment rental, legal expenses. Then variable cost. What is the meaning of variable cost? First, what we learned? Fixed cost. First, we learned about what is the meaning of cost, types of direct cost, classification of cost, direct cost, indirect cost. Then we learned about the fixed cost definition, examples, curve shape we learned. Now we are discussing about the another one is variable cost. These costs tend to vary with the volume of the output. Any increase in the volume of production results in an increase in the variable cost and vice versa. Result in the cost and vice versa. What are the examples? Cost of material, cost of labor. So what is the difference between fixed cost and variable cost? Fixed cost irrespective of the production, whether the production increases, decreases or constant, the cost level is not changed. Whereas variable cost means it totally depends upon the volume of output. Volume of output. When the volume of production results an increase, the variable cost is also increasing. Example, cost of material, cost of labor. Then what is the curve shape? The curve shape of the variable cost is sloping upwards. Sloping upwards. Why? Because the volume of output increases and the cost of the production is increases. So that's why it is a direct relationship. Then the curve shape is sloping upwards. So that's why the curve shape of the variable cost is sloping upwards. Then what are the examples of variable cost? The examples of variable cost is merchandise companies, manufacturing companies, merchandising and manufacturing companies. Merchandising means cost of goods sold, cost of goods sold. Service companies, supplies, travel and clerical. Supplies, travel and clerical. These are the examples of clerical variable costs. Then you should know the what difference between fixed costs and variable costs. You should know the meaning of fixed costs and variable costs. What is the meaning of fixed cost and variable cost? The difference is how many types on what basis we classified? On the basis of 5 variables we are classified the fixed cost and variable cost. What are that variables? The first one basis, second one is depends on output, third one is graphical shape, fourth one time, fifth one production. On these 5 parameters we classified the fixed cost and variable cost. We classified the fixed cost and variable cost. What are that? 5 elements or 5 variables. What are that? Basis, depends on output, graphical shape, time and production. Graphical shape, time and production. So what is the first one? Basis. Fixed costs are the expenses on fixed factors of production. Example, machinery. Variable costs are the expenses spent on variable factors of production. Example, raw materials. Depends on output. It does not change, or this does not change with the level of output of a firm. In fact, they exist even when output is 0. Variable costs change with level of output of the firm and obviously disappear when the output is 0. Graphical shape. What is the graphical shape of the fixed cost? Total fixed cost is a straight line parallel to x-axis. Total fixed cost is straight line parallel to x-axis. Total variable cost is inverse S shape. Inverse S shape. Inverse S shape. Then what is the time factor? Fixed costs do not change during short run. Variable costs can change even during short run. What is the production? The production can be continued even when fixed costs are not recovered. Fixed costs are not recovered. Whereas variable costs are no firm will produce if it is unable to recover its variable costs even. If it is variable costs even. So this is the difference between fixed costs and variable costs. So my dear students, please understood the difference between fixed costs and variable costs. This question asked several times for examination for 5 marks question. Distinguish between fixed costs and variable costs with suitable examples and graphical representation. Then the next one is semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost means it is a combination of the both fixed cost plus variable cost. It is a combination of both fixed cost and variable cost. The cost which does not vary proportionately but simultaneously cannot remain stationary at all times is known as semi-variable cost. It can also be called as semi-fixed cost. It can also be called it as semi-fixed cost. Then examples: depreciation, repairs. Example: depreciation, repairs. Then what is the curve shape? The curve shape is upward. Then here you try to understand the curve shape. First it is fixed, horizontal to the OX axis. Then gradually it is increasing upward. Gradually it is increasing upward. In the OX axis it takes the quantity of units. In the OY axis it takes the sales or cost. So that is the curve shape of the semi-variable cost. Example, if you take sales representative, he is getting monthly salary. Apart from that, he is getting some bonus. Why? Because to fulfill his target, the company provided some bonus, or the company provided some revenue to that particular employee. The excess amount paid, that is called the variable. Salary is fixed. So the semi-variable cost means it is a combination of the both fixed cost and variable cost. It is a combination of the both fixed cost and variable cost. Now, the another one is explicit cost. The another one is explicit cost. Explicit cost means are those expenses that are actually paid by the firm, paid out costs, actually paid by the firm, paid out costs. They are generally recorded in books of account. Explicit costs are those expenses that are actually paid by the firm, paid out costs. They are generally recorded in books of account. This expenditure is actually incurred by the firm since they are recorded. They are known as accounting cost. They are recorded. They are known as accounting costs. Explicit costs are those expenses that are actually paid by the firm and they are generally recorded in books of account. This expenditure is actually incurred by the firm. Since they are recorded, they are known as accounting costs. They are known as accounting costs. Implicit cost. Implicit costs are theoretical expenses in the sense that they are unrecognized by the accounting system. Implicit costs are theoretical expenses in the sense that they go unrecognized by the accounting system. It may be defined as the earnings of those employed resources that belong to the owner himself. Implicit costs are theoretical expenses in the sense that they go unrecognized by the accounting system. It may be defined as the earnings of those employed resources that belong to the owner himself. That means explicit cost is paying to the outsiders. Implicit costs are utilizing their defenses and using their own resources. Then examples of explicit cost and implicit cost. Explicit costs are, the example is electricity bill. Implicit cost means labor of owner who works for the company but does not draw a salary. Labor of owner who works for the company but does not draw a salary. And explicit cost, advertising in the newspaper. Advertising in the newspaper. Implicit cost, the capital invested in the business. The implicit cost means the capital invested in the business. And explicit cost means employee wages. Employee wages. Implicit cost, the use of the owner's car, computer or other personal equipments to conduct business. So, what are the examples of explicit cost? Explicit means paying to the outsiders. What are the examples? Electricity bill, advertising in the newspapers, employee wages. These are all come under the explicit costs. Implicit cost means labor of owner who works for the company but does not draw a salary. That means he is involving in the work but he is not drawing in the salary. Then he is investing his own capital for the business. The owner is using his own car, computer or personal computers, personal equipment, and to conduct the business effectively. So these are the examples of explicit cost and implicit cost. Then differentiation between the explicit cost and implicit cost we classified into how many types? 5 types. What are that? On the basis of the meaning and alternatively known as determining cost, calculation of profit and cash. Calculation of profit and cash. So these are the particulars of differentiation between the explicit cost and implicit cost. Explicit cost and implicit cost. So what is the difference between explicit cost and implicit cost? In terms of meaning, explicit costs occur when the company pays for the usage of its factors of production, whereas implicit costs occur when the company uses their own resources belong to the owner, such as capital and inventory. So that means explicit cost means paying to the outsiders. Implicit cost means using his own resources and his own investment and inventory. That we called it as the implicit cost. Then alternatively known as, try to remember, my dear students, please remember, because in the examination earlier they asked about the, instead of asking explicit cost, they asked about the out of pocket cost, and most of the students are confused because they know in explicit cost definition, but they don't know the explicit cost is also known as out of pocket cost. So try to remember, my dear students, explicit cost alternatively known as, or it referred as, out of pocket cost. So this question asked several times for short answer question. What is the meaning of out of pocket costs? Out of pocket cost means explicit costs occur when the company pays for the usage of its production, its factors of production. Whereas implicit cost, it can be referred as imputed or opportunity cost. Then what are the determining costs? The determining cost, explicit cost, can be determined easily. Explicit cost can be determined easily. Implicit cost does not have track and cannot be determined preciously. How to determining the cost? Explicit cost can be determined easily. Why? Because we are paying to the outsiders. Then we know how much money we are distributed to the different factors of production. Whereas implicit cost, it is very difficult to track and cannot be determined preciously. And a calculation of the profit, explicit cost assists in calculating both accounting profit as well as economic profit. Accounting profit and economic profit. Implicit costs help in calculating only economic profit. Implicit costs help in calculating only economic profit. Implicit costs help in calculating only in economic profit. Cash. Explicit cost requires an outflow of cash from the entity. Explicit cost requires an outflow of cash from the entity. Implicit cost do not require an outflow of cash. Explicit cost requires an outflow of cash from the entity. Implicit costs do not require outflow of cash. So this is the difference between explicit cost and implicit cost. Now the next topic is opportunity cost. My dear students, for examination point of view, the opportunity cost means, what is the meaning of opportunity cost? The meaning of opportunity cost means it is the best alternative that is foregone because a particular course of action is taken. It is the best alternative course of action. Why? Because the remaining one foregone because of a particular course of action is taken out of the alternatives. The cost of passing up the next best choice when making a decision. Then what are the examples? Watching TV instead of doing homework. You lost the benefits of homework. So watching TV instead of doing homework, you lost the benefits of homework. Then you have $10 to spend. All the alternatives are to forfeited. The next best choice used when calculating opportunity cost. So my dear students, for short answer question, very important, opportunity cost. The best alternative that is foregone because a particular course of action is taken. The cost of passing up the next best choice when making a decision. Watching TV instead of doing homework. You lost the benefits of homework. Then what is the formula for the opportunity cost formula? The opportunity cost equal to total revenue minus economic profit. Total revenue minus economic profit. What is the formula for opportunity cost? Total revenue minus economic cost. Or we can also write as opportunity cost equal to what one sacrifice by what one gains. So what one sacrifice by what one gains. So that is the opportunity cost formula. So now my dear students, you understood what is the meaning of opportunity cost. Then you understood what is the formula for opportunity cost. Then historical and replacement cost. What is the meaning of historical? What is the meaning of replacement cost? Historical cost, it refers to the cost of an asset acquired in the past. Replacement cost refers to the outlay which has to be made for replacing an old asset. Replacement cost refers to the outlay which has to be made for replacing an old asset. So you are replacing an old asset, that is the replacement cost. Historical cost, it refers to the cost of an asset acquired in the past. Then economic cost and accounting cost. Unlike accounting cost, economic cost consider both the explicit and implicit costs to the company that occur during the fiscal year. Accounting costs, economic costs are considered both explicit cost and implicit cost to the company that occur during the fiscal year. Implicit costs are associated resources that are provided with the company with no price tag. Accounting costs from the total explicit costs of the company during the fiscal year. Then what are the examples of economic cost and accounting cost? If a company operates out of a building it experiences an implicit cost from the rent it could earn from leasing the building to another company. Whereas economic cost means if the company spends $1 lakh on employee wages and $50,000 on equipment purchases and $20,000 on inventory, the total accounting costs are $1,70,000 for the year. So the accounting cost means what we are taking: wages, equipment purchase, inventory. Total accounting cost is the accounting cost. Economic cost means in what we are using implicit and leasing the building to another company. The building could earn $3,000 a month from a particular company. So it is said to be economic cost. It is said to be economic cost. So now clearly understood what is the meaning of economic cost and accounting cost. Next, past cost and future cost. What is the meaning of past cost and future cost? Past cost are the incurred to the past recorded in the books of account. Future cost means which will take place in the future period of time. Future period. Suppose they want to purchase machinery, they want to construct a warehouse. That is the future cost in future. So that is the past cost and future cost. Then the next one is out of pocket and book cost. Out of pocket and book cost that involve in cash payments, both recurring and non-recurring, are known as out of pocket costs. Whereas book cost means the costs which do not involve cash payments, but a provision is made in the books of accounts and they are taken into the account while making the profit and loss accounts. Such expenses are known as book cost. Book cost means, what is the meaning of book cost? The meaning of book cost means there are certain actual business costs which do not involve cash payments, but a provision is made in the books of accounts and they are taken into account while making the profit and loss accounts. Next one is incremental cost and sunk cost. Incremental cost and sunk cost. Several times asked about the sunk cost in the examination for short answer question. What is the meaning of incremental cost? Additional costs incurred due to the addition of a new product or change in the distribution channels or addition of a new mission. Sunk cost means it remains the same even after a change in the level or nature of business. Cost remains same even after change in the level or nature of business. That we called it as sunk cost. Then types of costs we classified. How many types we classified? We classified the 11 types. Types of costs we classified the 11 types. Then short run cost functions. Short run cost functions. The total variable cost function is the minimized sum spent on variable inputs at the input combinations that minimizes short run cost. Total variable cost function is the minimized sum spent on variable inputs at the input combinations that minimizes short run cost. And total fixed cost function is the total amount spent on the fixed input. Total fixed cost function is the total amount spent on the fixed input. Total fixed cost function is the total amount spent on the fixed input.